Thank you for joining me in this last and most important part of the series. If successfully done, you will enter into your true self-identity, that identity that is not located within the egoic field. Let's jump right in. For this technique, we will bring awareness to the skin of the body and understand that it is composed of multiple holes that we call pores. Every cell of the body also has countless intercellular spaces. Therefore, the concept of solidity as we know it and impermeability is merely a convenient concept. In reality, the body is immaterial in structure and essence. It is composed exclusively of charges of electricity and waves of light. Your body is God, made up of God's substance, which is light, and at no time is there a separateness between you and the supreme source of all. For this technique, you must lay down on your back for relaxation purpose. Imagine the skin on the cheeks of the face, feeling that the pores in the skin are wide open. Then extend this idea to the skin on the forehead, on the nose, on the entire face. Include also the scalp and the back of the head. Contemplate in each area that no longer is the skin impermeable and non-porous, but it is composed of more holes than tissue. The entire body should be thought of in this way, following the surface of the skin downwards, from the head, the neck, the shoulders and arms, the thorax, the pelvis and abdomen, the thighs, the legs and feet. Try considering every part, coming to realize that the membrane which surrounds the organs of the body, holding it together as a limiting membrane, has lost its density and impermeability. It is actually a series of holes, loosely knit together by a net-like tissue. Reaching the toes and the soles of the feet, pause temporarily to acquire the full sensation of the stretching of the pores, a completely unmistakable sensation. Once this sensation is acquired, now come back to the head once again. This time, let your imagination extend interiorly rather than externally. Consider the brain, not as in the preliminary relaxation technique, with a view to vascularizing its neurological tissue, but in order to arrive at the feeling that it has become full of holes. You should try to acquire the sensation that the interstices between the cells are becoming greater, and that the brain is, in a word, becoming sponge-like. If you can consider a sponge, you will have succeeded in realizing what I am attempting to describe by feeling that the substance of the brain is similarly constructed. This may take some time, but once obtained, it can be induced again with great ease. This sponge feeling should now be applied to all organs of the body. So first we will deal with the head. Feel in turn that the brain, the eyes, the nose, the ears, and all viscera of the head are sponge-like, replacing the solid tissue. Continue this with the neck, imagining that the cervical vertebrae of the spine, the neck muscles and flesh, the larynx, the esophagus and glands. In fact, visualizing that the whole neck has become like a sponge, full of holes. Apply a similar technique to the shoulders and arms. Visualize that bone as well as muscle and tendon and ligaments respond to exactly the same image. The thorax, with its adnexia of lungs, heart, blood vessels, likely comprises a large sponge. The abdomen and pelvis, the thighs and legs also disappear, save as they are felt to be masses of whole bound into an integrated whole. It is important that this realization be obtained fully before you continue. It is not so difficult, and most people will be able to obtain it in a very short period of time. And once the faculty is acquired of feeling during the meditation that the body is a sponge and is full of holes, the sensation can be developed in a highly practical way. You should try to remember the idea of Berkeleyan philosophy, that sensation tells us not of material objects, but of divine ideas retained in the universal mind of God. This will enable you to transcend the plane of this mere technique. Now, if the body is full of perforation, you should consider that since the atmosphere encloses you at every moment during the day, that now absolutely permeable body offers the impediment whatsoever to the entrance of air. So as you recline fully relaxed, try to imagine the atmosphere immediately above you pour into your body, pushing downwards from the ceiling. You can combine this with the rhythm of your breath. As you breathe in, realize that the air saturates the sponge that is your body, pouring into you from above, from head to toe. With this exhalation of breath, the air leaves your porous body, making its exit all the way to the back of your head, the back of your trunk, your thighs and legs. Continue this thought for several seconds until the feeling of this permeability of the body to the atmosphere grows. Imagine that you breathe through the holes in the soles of the feet, the air rushing vigorously along the whole course of your body, and exhaling through the crown of your head, and vice versa. When the atmosphere rises up from beneath you, passing through you in front to rise to the ceiling. This whole techniques will prepare you for any type of magical work, where air is seen and understood to be the manifestation of life. Air is spirit. Air is God. By imagining the air to saturate the completely porous and permeable body, we are all in reality arriving at a higher consciousness of the ever-presence and power of God, of Source, of the Divine. This same term of God and the Divine pervades every minute cell of the body. No atom, no minute particle anywhere in your body can possibly be free of the power and substance and intelligence and love that God is. You are now in the place where magic is possible. So try to think of all the things you want to manifest and put them in action through this flowy space that you've created. In the same way, prayer is a similar concept where you can ask a higher source of intelligence to bring forth something that will allow you to expand into your full potential. This air that prevails is there to send the seeds of your prayers to the universe and help them grow. This concludes the last part of this technique. You can repeat this as many times as you want, these 3 parts. They are there to simply relax you after a very intense week or day, but they can also be a more active, where you passively relax your body to actively manifest. So if understood correctly, this tool is very valuable. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next series. Namaskar.